Now, the height of this space is about 50 feet. And in addition to this lower kind of podium, which is what Michelangelo was implying with the space, that next level is dominated by these pairs of recessed columns. Columns which at first glance appear to be Doric in order. But if you look at the profile of the column, and if you look at the capital as well, what you're seeing is a Corinthian order column in disguise. In other words, it's a Corinthian column whose acanthus leaves have been stripped off. And the rosette above that capital has been replaced with these grotesque little faces that are both delightful and disturbing at the same time. Now, recessed columns, which might seem redundant, either wall or column, but why both with these recessed columns, proving that Michelangelo was aware of the weight issue here and reducing the weight technically of the wall. The pairs of columns then framing this tripartite arrangement of niches, and his inspiration for this actually came from the Pantheon in Rome, where you have the same kind of arrangement of paired columns alternating with pedimented or niched walls. And the function of a niche, architecturally speaking, is to hold a statue. But we know from Michelangelo's designs that he had no intention at all of filling these niches with statue. So again, using conventional architectural vocabulary, but in an unconventional way. But perhaps the most radical detail in all of this is the downward tapering that you see on either side of those niches. Of course, this defies the rules of gravity. In theory, tapering should be at the top, not at the bottom, but Michelangelo has seemed to invert reality in the space. The niches then surmounted with segmental pediments, alternating with the triangular one that you see there at the center, and then above each niche, this odd letter U-shaped frame around a square center, and that space is inspired by an ancient type of detail called a light well. And a normal well contains water, a light well contains light, but Michelangelo's light wells are redundant here because they're blind. There's nothing actually coming through. And then the actual breadth of the niche occupied by those double columns, you see this very interesting detail of the profile of a pilaster, as wide as the depth of the columns in that recessed space. It's just zany and unconventional and unorthodox use of architectural.